when Scott Morrison selected his cabinet, he chose one of the smartest minds in Parliament for the energy portfolio. His successor adopted a quite different approach and put Chris Bowen into the job. It was apparent from day one that Bowen was out of his depth. His pugnacious attitude cannot hide his failure to grasp the complexity of the task he's been assigned. Bowen has the dubious distinction of delivering Labour's first broken promise. He promised last December that the average family's power bill would decrease by $275 a year in Labour's first term. He reassured us that that figure was backed by the most extensive modelling ever conducted by an opposition. Bowen and Prime Minister Albanese repeated that promise at least 15 times before the election. Well, now that they're in government, they've dodged every opportunity to repeat the promise, so we must assume that they know that the modelling was bunkum and that the $275 power cut bill reduction won't be happening. Well, the same discrediting modelling was used to set Labour's 43% emissions reduction target for 2030. That modelling claimed that that could be met without losing jobs or damaging the economy. Well, now that the modelling has been discredited, Bowen and Albanese should walk away from their target, and it shouldn't be hard. Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine affords them the opportunity to think again about energy, just as other Western nations are doing. But instead, Bowen and Albanese decided to double down, negotiating with the Greens to lock it into legislation. That will accelerate the closure of coal-fired power plants for which there's no viable alternative. The Australian energy market operator has filled in some important details from Bowen's quick and dirty pre-election modelling. Its 2022 integrated modelling system plan shows that the scale of the task to which Labor is now legally committed is great. To meet Labour's 2030 target, AEMO says that 60% of our coal generation capacity must be scrapped. It says we'll have to increase the energy we can store from 2 gigawatts to 15 gigawatts by 2030. Grid-scale wind and solar must rise from 16 gigawatts to 44 gigawatts. Rooftop solar must increase from 15 gigawatts to 35 gigawatts, and that's only the start. If we want to hit the magic zero emissions by 2050 without the benefit of new technology, like nuclear for instance, we'll need 30 times more storage capacity, 5 times more rooftop solar, and 9 times as many windmills and solar farms. Plus, we'll have to spend billions of dollars upgrading poles and wires to increase the capacity of the grid. Does Bowen have any idea what that's going to do to our landscapes? Untold swathes of farmland will be covered in solar panels with an estimated lifespan of just 25 years. What happens next? Nobody quite knows.